Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So today we are in my living room, and this is what I've referred to in the past as my soundbar living room. So I'm going to take you through like kind of a little tour of how I've got this set up, because this is a challenging space. I call it a soundbar style living room because the TV is like recessed into the wall, as you can see, and it looks like it's really designed just to accommodate a soundbar and nothing else. You can't really fit a subwoofer, you can't fit speaker stands, you can't fit floor standing speakers. There's just nowhere to really put an audio system, but I kind of did my own thing. The look might not be for everyone, but it's good enough for me, and I'm going to kind of take you through it. We're also going to revisit the Monitor Audio Bronze 100 bookshelf speakers. That's a speaker I didn't really like a whole lot when I first bought it and actually sold them, only to rebuy them later for this specific purpose. When I originally started putting speakers up here, because for a long time I only I only watched TV downstairs in my listening room, because when I was up here just using the TV speakers, I don't know if you guys have had this experience, but I was constantly fighting the volume knob. What I would do is like, I'd watch a TV show, but I couldn't hear what people were saying, so I'd have to turn up the volume, and then a loud scene would come, and it would be like way too loud, so I'd have to turn it back down, and I was just like constantly playing this game of adjusting volume, and I'm just like holding this remote control, and it was incredibly frustrating. I don't know what it is with the way they produce the audio track for TV shows and movies these days. You can hear all kinds of details, like you can hear the clothes move on people, you can hear like stuff in the distance and in the background, and like when glass shatters, it's like really vibrant and all that cool stuff, but you can't hear what the people are saying for some reason. It's so annoying. Anyhow, I digress. This is what led me back to the Monitor Audio Bronze 100. There's one thing they're really, really, really good at. So good, I bought a second pair, as you can see here. And if you don't believe me, go back and watch the original video. The first pair was gray on the side. These ones are white. Anyhow, voice and dialogue clarity and intelligibility on the Monitor Audio Bronze 100 is second to none. Voices come through so clear, so intelligible. I can understand everything that people are saying, and no longer do I have to fight the volume knob. So what I've done essentially is I've got an Emotiva TA100 integrated amp down here. It's connected to the TV via optical. It's about 400 bucks. It's discontinued right now, but they are working on a new model, so don't fret. They'll be coming out with a new one soon, hopefully. I don't know if I'm allowed to say that or not, but I said it. Hopefully Emotiva's not upset with me. Anyhow, so 400 bucks for that. The cable was like $9. The Monitor Audio Bronze 100s are 600 bucks MSRP, but don't pay that. There are a lot of sellers that sell them on eBay for $450, and at that price, it's a screaming deal. So all in, what was that like? I'm under $1,000 all in, right? And you know, that's not chump change. I accept that, but a decent soundbar starts at about like $700-800 bucks in my opinion, and this is way better than that. What's even like better is because the Monitor Audio Bronze 100s have 8-inch drivers, and remember, I can't fit a subwoofer up here. So those 8-inch drivers give me a little bit more bass and a little bit more extension, and it gives a much fuller sound when explosions happen. Look, it doesn't sound like there's a subwoofer up here, but it sounds a whole hell of a lot better than a soundbar. There we go. Jeez. Okay. So I'm gonna take you through what I've got going on here visually, besides the audio, just in case you're curious. So up here, if you can't see this, you might think this is a small PlayStation 1. No, this is a piece of art I bought from Super Video Game Land. This is actually an art block. I saw it on his Instagram channel, and I messaged him and was like, I need that in my life, how much? And he sold it to me. Same thing back here. Any Super Mario fans? That's Wiggler. Huge fan, geez, I keep bumping this thing. Huge fan of Super Mario World, the original for the Super Nintendo Entertainment System. And this Instagram channel, Super Video Game Land, this dude, like, he does all kinds of super cool, like, retro artwork. And, like, the channel's not that big, honestly, which is surprising because I've never seen someone do stuff like this. So if you dig, like, retro video game artwork, check him out, Super Video Game Land. The dude's super cool. Anytime I see something on his channel I like, I just like message him and try to buy it off him, and he's cool enough and like lets me buy his stuff because these are originals, you know what I mean? Anyhow, so we have the Glockenwoofer, if you remember from the April Fool's Day video, and then this is actually, this shouldn't be here honestly, but let me tell you why I put this here. What this is a This is the R8 roller. And for anyone that works out, you probably know like foam rolling is pretty important and stuff, but like foam rolling kind of sucks. You're like, you have to like kind of have sex with the floor to like do it. And it's like really annoying. And I'm kind of a lazy guy, especially after a workout. So I found this thing I was on Amazon, and in the comments, someone was talking trash on this foam roller, and they were like, get this thing instead. It's more expensive, but it's better. And that's how I discovered it. And what it does is it just like clamps down and rolls out. You could do it on your forearm, which I use it for because I have a job where I type a lot. My like, hands hurt after a while sometimes. You can use it on your quads, your calves, all kinds of stuff. This probably sounds like a product placement, but I promise you guys, this is like, I am not sponsored by this company. This is not a product placement. There's no affiliate link here. Like, this is just mine, and I wanted to shout it out because like, it's one of those unique things that I found very helpful. And oh, sorry, the reason I put it there is so that I remember to use it. Yeah. Yeah, I added some like fake plants, as you can see, and we got on the screen Star Trek Discovery because this is the best show ever. It's on the Paramount app. You do got to pay $8 a month or so to have it. But guys, if you're even the slightest bit into sci-fi or Trek, Star Trek Discovery is like one of the best shows ever. It is so good. Also, there's another show on there, Star Trek Picard. So good. Oh my God, I love it. Okay. Back to what we got going on here, essentially, though. What we have here in this room is a challenging kind of arrangement, and I made it work. And my whole point here is just to share that with you, to give you inspiration, show you that it's possible to still have good sound. And, you know, you do have to compromise a little bit here and there with how it's going to look. You may not absolutely love it, but for me, it sounds so good. It's totally worth it. I don't think it looks bad, but I am a minimalist at heart, and I would be much happier with just nothing being on here, honestly. That's the kind of look I like. But again, it sounds super good. Now, let's get into some like audiophile stuff real quick. So let's be clear on a few things. With an arrangement like this, with unique placement that's very challenging, you gotta kind of forget about things like imaging, you know what I mean? And just like all those like things we talk about when we review like proper hi-fi gear, because the placement is so bad, you lose imaging. Soundstage, forget about it. You know what I mean? Center image, definitely not happening. None of that stuff matters. And that's okay, because we're not using these for music. We're using these for TV, movies, and that's it. And when we watch those TV shows and those movies, we want to hear what the hell the people are saying. And second most important thing, we want to see what the hell's going on in dark scenes. Luckily, I have a decent TV up here and an even better one downstairs. So my dark scene performance, no problems there. So I think that about wraps it up. I don't think I have really anything else I want to say here. Let me just give a quick look. If I didn't already say it, guys, if voice clarity and dialogue intelligibility is important to you, or that's challenging for you, like you're constantly fighting with the remote for volume, the Monitor Audio Bronze 100 is the best speaker for that. I've had many speakers up here, the Dyne Audio M10, Revel Concerto 2 M16, ELAC DBR62, ELAC, the debut 2.0 B5s. I even put my Buchart S400s up here for a while. I put the Focal Cora 806s up here. Any speaker you have seen in my channel that I've reviewed has been up here before. This is actually where I like break them in or whatever. Because, and, you know, whether you believe in breaking or not, I like to just do it just to be on the safe side. So I usually bring them up here and I throw them up here. That's how I got started putting speakers up here. It wasn't originally to have like an end game TV system, but I remembered when I put the Monitor Audio Bronze 100s up here, I was like, so blown away at how good it sounded that once I sold them, I had to have it back. No other speaker that I put up here even came close to sounding as good as the Monitor Audio Bronze 100 did. Another thing to note, while you have to give up things like imaging, soundstage, and depth and stuff like that, these do image crazy wide to begin with and have a really good center image to begin with, at least when set up properly. And some of that does remain, just not as good as if they were at ear height and on speaker stands. Luckily, my couch is a low boy, so it's like not too bad for me. I love this. I think for the challenge that I had, I overcame it in a way that I'm really happy with, and I think that's the most important thing. So if you have a challenging space, hopefully this helped you out. Maybe it inspired you a little bit to not give up on that. You can have great sound anywhere. I'm a big believer in that, and pretty much at almost any budget these days, which is super cool. So I want to go ahead and check out, and until next time, later.